Welcome to the Intelligent Pharma Minute. This is the sixth edition, and I'm recording this live from Mumbai, India. This show is sponsored by XLM Continuous TV. My goal is to convert mundane GXP processes into intelligent minutes and contribute to the world of pharma manufacturing. Okay, let's go. Today, I want to challenge a lazy assumptions in pharma and MedTech. Manufacturing. That manufacturing is where science ends. It is not. Manufacturing is where the richest science begins because that is where the product meets real materials, real equipment, real operators, real variability, real environmental conditions, and real patient risk. For decades, the industry has treated manufacturing as execution. R&D discovers, tech transfer documents, manufacturing repeats, quality investigates when something goes wrong. CAPAs are opened, closed, and too often forgotten. This model is obsolete. The next operating model is a self driving digital twin, or what I call the digital twin with hands. A conventional digital twin observes, it synchronizes data, it may simulate a process, it may show a dashboard, but a dashboard is not a twin, and simulation alone is not enough. A digital twin with hands does more. It observes models, decides, acts, captures evidence, and learns. This does not mean reckless black box AI changing a validated process in the middle of a commercial batch. That is fantasy, and in a GXP environment, it's a dangerous fantasy. The real model is governed autonomy. Low risk actions can be automated, medium risk actions can be routed for human approval, high risk actions stay under explicit quality oversight. The point is not to remove humans. The point is to stop wasting humans on after the fact firefighting when the system could have detected the drift earlier. Think about deviation prevention. Today, many companies investigate deviations after they happen. A self driving twin starts before the deviation. It sees weak signals across equipment, material lots, environmental conditions, process parameters, lab results, complaints, and maintenance history. It tests hypotheses in simulation. It recommends the next best action before quality is compromised. Or tech transfer. Most companies still transfer documents. The receiving side gets process descriptions, validation packages, batch records, and tribal knowledge if they are lucky. But the future is model transfer. Again, the future is model transfer. The receiving site inherits a living process model that understands the product, the process, the control strategy, and the boundaries of acceptable variation. The architecture is not mysterious. First, connect the physical and operational reality MES, LIMS, QMS, ERP, instruments, sensors, equipment, and batch systems. Second, build the data and context fabric. So batch numbers, timestamps, assets, materials, and quality events actually mean something together. Third, create hybrid models that combine first principle science with the data-driven prediction. Fourth, add the decision and orchestration layer. Fifth, wrap the whole thing in action, evidence, and governance. The last layer matters the most. In regulated manufacturing, innovation without evidence is noise. Every recommendation, every decision, every action, and every override must be inspection ready. The regulatory path is not to sell this as an AI novelty. Sell it as a quality system advancement. FDA's direction on CSA, AI model risk management, PAT, and advanced manufacturing all point toward the same conclusion: risk based, evidence based, lifecycle managed intelligence. The, the biggest failures will be predictable. Companies will call dashboards digital twins. They build AI models before building context. Vendors will sell full autonomy theater. Teams will either over validate harmless functions or undergovern dangerous ones. The smarter path is progressive autonomy. Start with one high value loop, build the data foundation, define the context of use, decide what system is allowed to recommend, what it may execute, and what must require human approval. Then scale only as evidence accumulates. The factory of the future will not simply run, it will observe itself. The twin will explain what is happening. The agent will ask, what should be learned next? Quality will govern the rest. Humans will prove what matters. Evidence will be captured automatically, and the process will improve because the system remembers. That is the real shift. Manufacturing is no longer the place where science stops. This is where science remains or becomes continuous. Thank you. See you next week.